Good evening, my fellow Zibo pilots and enthusiasts. I don't know what happened in the last hour and a half, but I kind of feel better. I have had chats with Zibo and with 2 or 3 or 4, 5 other people already, and me and Mac are sitting here nicely chatting in the background. Uncle John never joined us in this room, but he is going to fly with us. So I've started setting up, obviously, in this whole conversation. So you guys are just, coming at the right time. We're going to do this flight quickly. I had a craving for LaGuardia Airport this evening. I don't know why. I haven't flown into it in many years, and I just thought, today I'm going to do it. So we've got Iveo ATC online. I will speak to him just now. I just want to set up everything quickly first. So anyway, Hasso, Chase, Geert, Dave, Rob, Marius, welkom allemaal. Right, I think you should be able to hear the ATC very faintly in the background. Let's do this. All right, so Zibo says he fixed the catering trucks, and we know he did because they're gone now. They were here and they did their thing and all those things, so they're done now. So thank you, Zibo, for that. We need to load our packs now, yep. So all in all, the Zibomod is really shaping up now. Zibo is doing such a fantastic job. It was a pleasure speaking to you earlier as well, Zibo. We must actually do it more often, just chat a bit. Yeah. I haven't had ATC here in a while. There's Uncle John. Where's this man? Yeah, he's still sitting up in the moderator's room. I don't know if he knows we left, Mac.
Well,
he'll find out soon.
Silent, I'm going to say, yeah.
Right, what else do I need to do? Let's get this thing going. I'll have to set the volume on ATC so I can actually hear him. And then we'll give him a call. Hope that's not too loud. Let's see. Let me grab my whiteboard. Thank you, Chase. Yeah. So let's go here. Let's get that man's details where his 8 is. Come on, Bravo 16. And 8 is what do we have? Arrival confirm Alpha. Tower, good afternoon, Skymatix 001, radio check. I don't know if my thing is talking to him. Couldn't see. Tower, good afternoon, Skymatix 001, radio check.
Skymatix, Tower, good afternoon, 5x5.
Thank you, 5x5. So we are a Boeing 738 at Bravo 16 Information Alpha on board, requesting IFR clearance to LaGuardia, Skymatix 001.
Skymatix 001, clear to the LaGuardia International Airport by the Kepta 3 departure. Bump a transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk 3360.
Cleared off runway 23 on the Kepta 3 departure for LaGuardia as filed. Squawk 3360, Skymatix 001.
Skymatix 001, read back correct information. Alpha is current. Push and start at your discretion. Plan to exit the apron via Alpha Tango. Call ready for taxi.
Push back at my discretion. We'll leave the apron at Alpha Tango and we will call ready for taxi, Skymatix 001. Thank you. It's good service. V4.02.40. Alright, 3360. We know the route, everything is fine. We've got the APU going, just waiting for the packs. 78%. I think we're basically ready to go then. I'm just going to bring up the charts and familiarize myself now a little bit here with this procedure. I don't fly in the US/Canada a lot, so need to make sure I figure out what I'm doing. Alpha Tango, right, that's right, Dennis. Let me show you guys. Right, so that's where we are at, and there's Alpha Tango, and I suppose we're going to then use Alpha, go all the way there and get onto, I don't know whether it will be AUDIL or Quebec, one of them, you know.
Did he give you an initial altitude, Nico?
Negative, sir. The initial altitude, if you give me a second, I'll tell you, your initial altitude here, oh, hell. No, this chart doesn't really actually say. Anyway, the initial altitude is we need to be above 1,000 foot after leaving the runway quite quickly. And then we need to turn on vectors, okay? So it might be that he has not given us an initial altitude because he knows we're going to be outside of his airspace and he's got no jurisdiction over us. You understand? So unless he turns into approach controller, you know, to take us further, he's got no say. We can go where we want.
Well, if you push
Well,
it,
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Everything
Ready for free flight procedure.
takeoff. They'll
Yeah.
give you an initial altitude.
Yeah,
And they give you clearance for takeoff.
yeah.
They've got
305 airborne monitor Unicom 122.8, wind 1904, clear takeoff, runway 23, have a good day.
Yeah, he doesn't do any of that. He just clears you for takeoff.
After departure Unicom 122.8. Bye-bye, and thank you very much.
perhaps there's no restriction then.
And sorry about that, you should have your IFR clearance advisory copy.
Turn on the tower, no. We are Echo Charlie Oscar Bravo.
237. Right. Okay, so Uncle John, are you with me?
yeah, I'm ready. You carry on. Push.
Yeah. Yeah, he says push and start up is at our discretion, and we need to then join the taxi at Alpha Tango, which is going to be on my nose, and you know, you just follow me, okay? Then I suppose when we get there, that is when we need to call for taxi clearance and taxi instructions, okay?
Okay.
Right, so start up, do your pushback, do your start up, and follow me.
Right, I've already pushed back. Engines running.
Well, okay, all right. So I'm calling the pushback now.
I'm going to upload.
Okay.
Before start procedure. Hello, someone.
Before start procedure.
Oh, there he is already. Clever man.
All your trucks have gone.
Yes. Yeah. If you don't get LNAV to connect, you must look for a discrepancy in your flight plan. Let me show you something, especially in the US. SD copy. If you look at your departures, mainly in the US and Canada especially, you
Ready for before start checklist.
I'll send you a route in the chat if you want
Let
to
me
follow that.
just quickly mute this one.
Don't have a
What
The
happens is
first
you can see here.
waypoint.
Yeah, Mac will get to that now. If you look at the departures, they're all heading select departures. You can't use LNAV. Okay, so you need to be very clear on reading your charts. Do you have the ability to use LNAV, yes or no? And then obviously you need to set up the aircraft correctly. If you do not have both flight directors on, you can't activate it anyway. So Mac, please do your story now. Just fill your
Can I
story in.
say, if your first waypoint is outside, is it 3 degrees either side? You can't use our nav either.
Yeah, it's very close. Yeah, so you'll have to wait till you get in the air and then position yourself and things like that. So, hello, Airline Simmer. Someone, my friend, I don't know. Remember, we're guessing. You haven't really given us anything to work on. And because we are flying in Canada now, going to the US, I just show you what I see here. A lot of their SIDs only start off-site. You know, it starts miles out. You know, and you have to use heading select in a question like that. If your runway, the rule of thumb is really, if your runway is not connected to the runway, you can't use LNAV. That's how easy it really is. Oh, this guy's still waiting for me. Aye.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Sorry, Uncle John.
No problem.
Hey, Rodrigo.
I've selected heading select.
Yeah, it's the best. Then when we are in the air, we turn left. After like 2,000 foot, you just turn.
What? Just knock the heading select off and do LNAV, VNAV?
Well, you have to turn towards SAVR, which is your first waypoint. Once you are aligned with SAVR on your nose, you can click the LNAV and just let it go.
Okay.
You should be able to, at worst case scenario, what you're going to do is go to your legs page, and you're going to click on SAVR and then lift it up, execute, and then press LNAV.
Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
I'll put that at the top.
Okay. So you've already done that.
Back. Light them up.
Knock the hell down.
Start number 2 engine. What the hell happened there? Why did auto throttle and everything go off?
Well, mine doesn't go on until I'm on the runway.
No. Something's happened here. I did something or something happened that I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
My auto throttle just kicked off.
Yeah, but for ages now, I can't put auto throttle on until I'm ready on the runway.
Okay, no, I never have that. Usually it doesn't want to go on if you have a discrepancy in your throttle levers, if they're not aligned, you know.
Okay.
Or it kicks off if you do not have your APU running. Okay, well, whatever happened, it happened there. Oh, you know what? This thing looks like it's gone into some other mode.
Okay.
Because, no, now it's back. Now it's working again. I don't know what happened here. I honestly don't know. I was talking. I must have clicked on something I didn't realize.
Okay.
Start number 2 engine. Yeah.
I've turned my auto throttle off.
Starting number 2
As soon as I
engine.
start taxiing, I'm expecting that to kick back out.
Okay. All right. That's strange. Not supposed to. Oh, yeah.
Do you use differential throttles when you're taxiing, John?
Right.
Yes, I do.
That's why it kicks out.
Yeah.
I only use
Just
one
about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Well, there you go. That's why.
because I've only got to move my
25
throttle
and
just
2.
slightly and it's running like
Mm.
in a race.
Mm. Yeah, Rodrigo, I calibrated my throttle quadrant twice today already, and so far so good. So I'm not sure what happened. Something definitely changed. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
Anyway,
Starter cutout.
start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
It could be that the voice recognition did something that I didn't expect because it heard something I didn't say, you know?
Okay.
25 and 2.
That fuel goes in. Almost there, Uncle John.
No rush, no rush. I'll just, when you start taxiing, I'll taxi with you. I've got 37,000.
I've got 3.5.
Starter cut out.
Okay. I'll
Engine start
change it
procedure complete.
when I'm come back down.
You don't have to. You don't have to change it. I might go up to 37 and meet you.
Okay.
Ready for before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure.
Be glad when they've sorted
Before
this
taxi
lighting
procedure.
problem
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Whatever.
out.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist.
Why? Look at even the yaw damper. Something broke, man. I'm telling you now, something broke. Something failed or something here. Even the yaw damper doesn't want to work.
I don't mind it, to be honest.
There, it works now.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Yeah, this is the new beta of Active Sky, correct. I forgot to mention that. I actually wanted to still mention it so everybody knows we are experimenting with it. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to fly with SDKP, it seems.
Mainly, it seems it's to repair problems in the hybrid mode, wasn't it, Nicky?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell is the problem with SDKP all of a sudden. I think it got an upgrade, but now it's like sluggish, like hell. All I want to do is get my landing altitude, and I can't access my charts. It's just freezing up. Uh, 21, okay. Right, Uncle John, I'm taxiing.
Okay, sir, I'll follow you.
No, of course, Christer, but thank goodness there was a fix there, so all worked.
Taxi lights on. Taxi lights on. Horizontal stabilizer trimmer not set for takeoff.
Ach, sorry hoor.
Trim up.
Oh, we've got no nose for a steering by the look of it. Oh, I have. Yes, I have. It was late coming in.
Yeah. And Tower Skymatix 001 and company traffic. Uncle John, push the talk, please. You echoing.
001, go ahead.
I'll do that now, sir.
I'm just waiting for Uncle John to go to push the talk. Sorry, Tower.
I'll push the dog.
No
Thank you.
problem. I can give you the taxi now, though.
No worries, no, it's fine. He's just gone to push to talk on Discord. Apologies for that. Okay, we are ready to taxi, and according to your instruction, I believe this is where we need to tell you and ask for the taxi instructions to the holding point.
Skymatix 001, that's correct, thank you. Runway 23, altimeter 3048. Taxi via Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, hold short, runway 23.
We'll taxi via Alpha Tango, then Alpha Hotel, and go to runway 23 on the QNH 3048, Skymatix 001. I want to quickly see what is the QNH here in Active Sky now. Did it change? It did really change. 48. $30.48. Excellent, excellent.
Following company aircraft to holding point on runway 23.
Righto, Airline Simmer, sorry, it's hectic. Coming back to your chat there. No, this flight isn't that long, it's just over an hour, maybe hour and quarter, hour 20. Approximately.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
No problem. Skymatix 001 holding short at hotel for runway 23. Hello, Sean.
Skymatix 001, airborne monitor Unicom 122.8, wind 150 at 4, clear takeoff runway 23, have a day.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 and we'll monitor Unicom once airborne. Thank you for your service and your patience. Have a good one. Skymatix 001. Before takeoff procedure. Thank you.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete.
Sean, believe it or not, as bad as I felt this morning, I don't feel that bad anymore. I'm actually enjoying, you know, not lying down and actually doing something, eh? Yeah. I did also have a lot of rest, I must be honest with you. And ever since I got up the last time now, it's just been going better and better, so I'm really pleased.
Approaching 2-3. On runway.
Ah, that's not bad. That is bad. That's not good. Sorry. Talking nonsense. Yeah, let me just see if I'm kind of straight. Yes, there we go.
Stabilized.
Toga, Uncle John.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Takeoff thrust set. Knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Do we need the landing gear up?
Yes, we do. You're right, Linda. I just reached the Unicom.
Acceleration altitude.
Right, so this is how I do it. Now I'm going to pick my waypoint. I'm going to go put it at the top. I'm going to go execute. There's my line. Now I go LNAV. Happiness is Bob's your auntie, and there you go.
Flaps 1 set.
Oh yeah, you know what I didn't do? I never started AutoOrtho. Look, there's default explain. My golly. Ai toch. Oh well.
Doesn't look disastrous
Flaps
though
up and
from
set.
the air.
No, sure, but it's not what I'm used to. That's not what I wanted. Oh. We talk too much. We talk too much. Nah, I can live with it. I'm not really gonna let it bother me. But I would have liked to have it different, to be honest. So, just one of those things.
What altitude are you going before you go on to El Navnica?
Just above 2,000, sir. Just above 2,000.
Yeah.
That gives me a good feeling in my heart that I've got some good ground clearance, you know. I suppose you're right, Dave. Absolutely. Okay, Krister, that's fine, man. By the way, if you guys take your Zibomod from explain.to, I did update it to .39 there. I didn't wait for Zibo to give .40. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow if this one works well.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Thank you, Linda. One of my most memorable flights in Explain, and I cannot remember whether it was Explain 9 or whether it was Explain 10. I can't remember, but that's how far back I'm talking about. One of my most memorable flights was coming into land at LaGuardia at sunset. You watch all those lights come alive and to land with a little bit of sunlights all over. I think that's what popped up in my mind earlier why I wanted to do this flight. Now we're not going to fly into sunset, but you get the idea.
Approaching transition. Transition altitude.
Passenger Escobar. This is in regards to a special deal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
I couldn't resist. Dave, you know what? The funny thing is nobody ever said it was Pablo. You know, it could be Maria or one of the girls. It could be anybody. I actually did a Google search once, many years ago. And apparently Escobar is a very, very well known surname in certain areas. It's very prolific. So, you know, we all make jokes about old Pablo, but there's actually, in reality, there's no real reason that it would be him. You know, it's just a joke anyway. So it's just interesting. Airline Summer, yeah, I feel you. I'm waiting for it. Zibo's not said anything, but you're right. Traditionally, that is about how it goes. So we'll have to wait and see. Mohammed, no time to fly across the pond. I'm not built for long flights like that. I don't like it. Hello, Nevada Rocks.
It may not seem it to us simmers, but it's usually a version change of that step magnitude.
Yeah.
When Zibo's finished doing a block of rewriting code in a specific area to C++.
Yes. Well, in this time, remember the focus right now is on the flight model and the engine model. The moment Tester and Zibo believe they're done with it, that would constitute also or warrant a new version, because now they move on to the next block, as you say. You know, it goes on.
Yeah.
Mac,
Yes.
this guy went and configured his tiller as we spoke about earlier. He says it's now the first time he's flying in version 40, and it's all thanks to me and my help to him. You know, I mean, he doesn't know about you, and so and he knows I spoke to Zibo about it, you know. But that's how easy his problem was fixed. I want to actually tell the guys on stream what happened. So this user came on the forum, and his first language is not English. I'm not going to worry about telling you what his first language is. So he's really struggling with his English. But basically, he says that since version 17 in this current run, he's unable to take off and land. Okay, so it took us now like 2 days, and I eventually got Zibo involved here behind the scenes as well. And the answer was very simple. From version 4.02.17, the roll mode on your EFB, if you use your yoke to steer on the ground, see there's roll mode. So up until version 16, you could steer until you take off. From version 17 onwards, the roll action stopped at 70 knots, which is now forcing this person to basically go off the runway because he can't control it anymore. There's just nothing. He's got no control. So when he comes to land, he's obviously faster than 70 knot. When he takes off, he's slower than 70 knot. And then he goes over 70 knot and voila. Okay? Then Zibo said, well, look, I mean, to have pedals is very basic. You know, he needs to get pedals. But in me talking to him and Mac actually came with partly with the eventual resolution, is he's got a Cytec yoke and a Cytec throttle quadrant, and on the Boeing you only use 2 throttles, so there's one lever still open that he's not using. So we suggested to him, go and make that one lever a tiller and then use my settings, because I've got the lever and the tiller. So you put it on and the tiller becomes a lever, or the lever becomes a tiller, all right? And he's basically, you know, because he gave up. He said, "This, I'll have to fly Zibomod 16 until the end of time now, because I'm not going to go buy pedals and I'm stuck." And he just came back, like I said, and said, "Thank you, it's working." He's flying 40, he's happy, you know. And all we had to do was lead him with his help, obviously, you know. And I'm giving you this as an example when, if you are listening to me live or come and watch this video later, it's difficult for us to guess what's wrong on your side. And if possible, please try and come to Discord. Rather come show us. Even this person is not the technical person. He couldn't even get on Discord, but at least we got him onto Discord to a point where we could have a direct message with each other, right? So that helps. It takes the stress off everybody on the forum and so on and so forth. And then we can start figuring out what it is. And what I'm also saying to you guys is don't be shy, don't be scared. Come, if you have a problem, we can figure it out. Because if your Zibo doesn't work like my Zibo, then obviously there's a problem. And the best way to find it is to start chatting. But when you do your initial reporting, to try and add as much information in there as possible, you know. In this person's case, I don't think he would have known to put all the relevant information down that we dragged out of him, okay? So that's where interaction comes in, you know. So yeah, you need to just realize there's a place to go. Come talk to us. You know, if it really doesn't work, we don't want to lose you halfway. We don't want you to stop flying the Zibo because of a lack of understanding on either side, kind of a thing. And that's about it. I mean, I'm actually really proud of all of us involved here trying to get this guy some help, and we did it. I mean, that's well done, Mac.
Well, the other option is if you haven't got the spare lever on your throttle. But if you've got a yoke, but you've still got an old flight stick that has a twist grip for rudder, then you can configure that axis to be steering tiller. it means you have another USB thing connected to your computer, but at least you've got an independent steering tiller.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that traffic.
There's a number of things that you can configure and play around. My biggest concern is when people initially come to Discord and say they have a problem, what they need to do is first of all tell us which version of X-Plane they're using, and secondly which version of Zibo, because the goalposts are moving all the time. Just to say about a specific problem leaves so many unanswered questions when we're trying to diagnose things.
Yeah. Yes,
you guys
Beaver.
wouldn't be able to help me with a problem, would you?
Depends on what it is. If we can, we can.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can. I was on version 4.02.40. I upgraded to the latest one, which is 0.39. I'm on the latest version of X-Plane 12, 12.1.2. Long story short, the plane just like switches off when I'm descending. Everything just goes black.
Oh, I saw your post earlier, and that's when I started to stream. Okay. Give me 1 second. I just want to answer Rodrigo quickly on stream. You're right, Rodrigo, and that is our commitment. We want to help the community, so let's see if we can help Beaver here. Okay, there's a couple of things, Mr. Beaver, that we need to look at. The first thing is anti-ice. Okay, for some reason during .39, it became apparent that a lot of the users are misusing the anti-ice, okay? And because they are drawing the anti-ice at the wrong time, they get a problem with their duct pressure, and then there seems to be an issue with the engines where they shut down. Okay, so are you using anti-ice at any time? Wing or engine anti-ice?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
yes.
I was using that, yeah.
Right, so here's the trick. The FCOM is the rule book for how to use the Boeing, basically, right? So my recommendation earlier today to someone else was exactly what I'm giving you now. Use the anti-ice as per the FCOM. Wing anti-ice, you hardly ever use, okay?
Yeah.
You really only use it for a few seconds at a time, then you switch it off. Okay, I'm talking like a minute, and then you switch it off, because otherwise it draws so much of your duct pressure away that you could end up with an engine flaring out, which I think is what's happening. Yeah.
You could be very possibly right, because I was having it on for the entire flight.
Yes, exactly, and you're not supposed to.
And I was getting to descent, and the plane would just die. The packs would turn off, the engines would turn off, everything was turning off, and I was having to boot up the APU to get the engines back. I thought, at first I thought, maybe failures were on, you know, because that is the thing with the Zibo, has separate in the EFB. So I thought, I'll check, I'll turn them off. I did, and then it happened again. And then I thought, well, it can't be the plane, it must be something I'm doing, because I updated to the latest version. So I thought, I'll try and troubleshoot it myself, because I don't normally just like to, you know, ask for help if I haven't tried to diagnose it myself. But I thought, well, it's obviously something I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I will take your tip. I'm seriously hoping that it is literally something that simple. It should be.
It should be, because realistically speaking, the moment you switch on the wing anti-ice, it's going to draw some of that duct pressure away, so it can blow the hot air over the wings. Okay, so if you starve your engines of air, basically, it's choke out. Okay. The other thing is, look, there are rules. Apart from just using it like 60 seconds at a time and switching it off and just cycling through a routine like that, one doesn't usually use anti-ice through the whole flight. You only use it when you have precipitation. So no matter how cold it is, it's irrelevant. You just don't want water, because water and cold makes ice. And then the other thing is, you don't use it. I'm not sure what the correct temperature is. I think it's -40 or -45. Once you get there,
40.
you don't. Hmm?
40.
40. Thank you. Oh, Sasso, thank you. So once you go beyond 40, you don't use anti-ice anyway. Never mind if it rains or not, because it's not going to ice. See what I'm saying?
Very easily spot you, Sasso. I spotted you ages ago.
I saw you. I saw you, but I've turned away, not looking, and thank you for speaking up. Sorry, Beaver, go ahead.
No, I don't want to interrupt. I mean, so am I fine? Like, I had the probe, the pedo probe heat on.
That must be on.
Heat on. Those are fine, yeah.
Yeah, those must be on.
Yeah. So that is yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you guys are probably hit on the head. I did even, like I said, I came from FSX. I bought X-Plane last Friday, the 11th.
Okay.
And I found Zibo on Thursday.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm quite new to this. Obviously, I have a lot of flying experience, but yeah, this is a big step up for me. There's a lot more systems involved than your default FSX airplane.
Oh, absolutely.
If I can tell you.
Sorry, Sasso?
Beaver, if you hear Sasso tell you anything, take it as gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need... Okay.
Bring your mic closer.
My mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good enough for me. You might want to turn him up.
Is he okay, the volume?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Just don't take it away from your mouth or put your finger in front of it.
Yeah.
It's okay now.
Well, I'm with stand by. Wait. Because I'm with the earphone. That's the thing. I'm not using... Yeah. Should be better now. Maybe.
Yeah, much better.
Yes, it's better.
Good. So, regarding wing anti-ice. Wing anti-ice are used usually as a de-icer, not like anti-icer. Okay? Even though it says wing anti-ice, we use them as a de-icer on the Boeing, especially when we are flying. So basically, what does it mean is that we allow a bit of ice to accumulate on the wing, and then we use the wing anti-ice to break these ice from the wing, if any. That's why we use them for a brief couple of seconds, maximum a minute, then turn them off. Okay? Wing anti-ice, 99% of the time, are not required when you are above level 250 to 60 to 70. And in fact, the FCOM and the QRH says that if you are using wing anti-ice above level 250, you might have such a problem like cabin altitude warning, because the PACs and the bleed will not be able to cope with such a demand on that higher level.
I'm pretty sure you're right, because I was flying between flight level 310 and 340. I was doing different flights and flying around that level. I reckon you're pretty much bang on.
Yeah.
I pretty much think you've hit it.
Also, another thing regarding the engine anti-ice. The value to remember is 40. Engine anti-ice instead are used as a precaution method. Okay, so we don't want to have ice on the engine intake, basically. So in this case, we refer to the outside temperature. And when we are on the ground, if the outside temperature is +10 or colder, with the visible moisture, wet, rain, and snow, and whatever, then we use the engine anti-ice. So the value to remember is a +10 or colder, outside air temperature when we are on the ground. When we go flying, if you look, Nico, at above the N1, we have the so-called TAT. That's the total air temperature, is written there, which says -29 at the moment. Now the total air temperature is the outside air temperature plus or minus the friction of the aircraft into the air. So the total air temperature is going to be always warmer than the actual outside air temperature. And we can see these, Nico, if you go in progress page 2.
Oh, let me just quickly do this. Hold on. Let me just fill this in now. I'm just busy here. 3040. I'll be a second. Don't worry.
So, is there
Yeah.
a quick
Method.
trick
Yes.
that you use for
yeah.
ice detection?
Okay, progress page,
No.
yes.
Progress page 2. There it is. Second line on the right, you have the static air temperature. So as you can see, the outside temperature, the static air temperature outside is -54, but the total air temperature, which is due to the friction of the aircraft into the air, due to its speed, is actually warmer, is -29. So when we go flying, when we are in the climb and then in the cruise, when we have an outside temperature, so a static air temperature of -40 or colder, -41, 42, and so on, then we deem that ice cannot be created. So even if we are in clouds, but the outside temperature is a -40 or -41, then we do not need to use engine anti-ice. And now the trick to know when you are crossing around this static air temperature of -40 is to add the actual level, so 35, take the first two numbers, plus 29, which is the TAT. If you do 35 plus 29, you are approaching what, 64-ish, I think. And you will see that when you are in the climb, this calculation works much better. Adding the first two numbers of your crossing level plus the total air temperature will give you a rough idea of what is your outside air temperature. So as you can see, we never stay with the engine anti-ice on for the full flight, because usually when we cross level 300, 320, and so on, even the engine anti-ice will go off, because the outside temperature will be colder than -40. So that's the thing. Mac was asking a trick to know if you are building ice on the airframe of the aircraft. Yes, Nico, if you go back to the default value, you can see there is the wiper, okay? If you are building ice accumulation on the Viper, and then at the top of the Viper, at the bottom, where it's attached to the fuselage, exactly there, if you can see ice accumulation over there while you are crossing a cloud, then most likely also your wing will start to accumulate some ice. That's the trick.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I thought I'd verify it first.
It's nice to hear when a real pilot tells you. That's the story. So, just as a matter of interest, Beaver, and anybody that's new here, Sasso is probably our biggest asset here in the Zibo team in terms of being a real pilot and flying this thing, and also being an instructor on it. So he's helping us quite a bit.
Yeah, no, don't trust these people. I mean, they are too kind to me. That's the thing.
Yeah. You've proven yourself, unfortunately. If you watch my videos, you'll see Sasso a lot. Sasso, thank you so much for being here and sharing the knowledge with us. I don't know how you knew it, but you came at the right time, man.
I don't know. Yeah.
He tried to become an immigrant in the British Isles, but we've sent him back home again.
Yeah. I came just to say hi, but it was nice. I'm running away, but enjoy then. I will have to test 0.40 then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sasso, one question before you go. How much of the wing can you see from the captain's seat, or from your seat, or wherever you're sitting? I mean,
you can see the full wing. Of course, I'm talking about the leading edge, about the leading part of the wing. You can see all of it. And then you have as well in front of the FO side, it should be next to the anti-collision light. I'm going by memory. You should have on the right the wheel well light. Then you have the wing light. Now the wing light are next to the emergency exit and are used during the nighttime to illuminate the leading part of the wing.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That is your wheel well, that's the wing light. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
look, in the sim, it's a bit difficult. I mean, I can lean in and I can get an idea of what's happening there, but in terms of the sim, it's not conducive. So I use my X camera, and I just made these views for me, because then you can see the ice very clearly.
Absolutely. Yeah. But again, what we do sometimes as well to avoid ice accumulation on the wing, we just accelerate the descent. So we just leave the aircraft accelerating while he's crossing the clouds. In this way, if he's going quickly through the clouds, there will be no ice accumulation, because there is no time for the ice to accumulate on the airframe.
That's clever. That's really clever.
Yeah. That's usually what we do.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Sasso.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sasso.
I saw him and I started talking with Beaver, and I never said hello to him. Now I feel so bad. Sorry, Sasso.
I think you've got your answers, Beaver.
And more.
Yeah. Well, welcome to our group. You're welcome to hang around, become part of it. You know, life is interesting. You have to take part in something to become part of something. So if you feel happy you're here, you must enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, I was flying planes on flights in 2002 when I was 9, so that's when it started for me a long time ago.
Yeah. Good. As a matter of interest, if you look down, there is a training room with training videos and stuff. There's some neat stuff in there. My channel's got lots of training videos on it, so you must, make coffee and watch.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to do that.
Uncle John, come closer.
Said we're a mind full of information in the Discord. There's always generally a group of guys in there. If one can't help you, another one can.
Yeah, always. You're welcome, Airline Simmer, as well, and go for it, Mac.
Beaver, you've made one statement about the version you were flying. You know you're out of date, don't you?
I only updated it yesterday from 0.32 to 0.39.
We released 40 this morning.
Yeah. So how often maybe it's a question for you guys. How often? Like every
depends.
Day or
No, in the last 2 weeks it's been every day, but it all depends on Zibo's availability when he can code.
I see.
Yeah.
He does have a real life and a real job, so. But the beauty of the Zibo is we never have to wait for corrections. Yeah, very long. But it just depends whether he's working on a new significant feature or whether he's fine-tuning things from feedback that he gets from us all.
That makes sense.
And the best part is it's free.
The bonus is, unlike payware aircraft, you don't have to wait 6 months for an update.
Yeah.
Right, because they've got like 50 other aircraft that they're trying to work on at the same time. Probably.
Probably. 3047. Now I'm starting to set up for the descent here, Uncle John.
But the dedication... The dedication that Zibo's given to this aircraft over the last 4 or 5 years is...
Yeah, I saw that. It was...
It's December
is when it first came out.
Negative. It's 2016.
What?
This is 8 years. This December. It's 8 years.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't lost his enthusiasm yet.
Right.
It's well, he's a real bonus to our community. Brilliant coder. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
It's always good when you have someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Mac, did I tell you we were... No?
I was just going to say, if you do appreciate the Zibomod and thinks it is as good as any of the payware products, Zibo doesn't ask for money, but there is a donation point. You can send money to him to show your appreciation if you're, you know, able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Mac. Yes, Uncle John.
Tell the guys how many people have been downloading the Zibomod.
Okay, we don't have the actual figures. This is verbatim what I said to you the other day, because we can't measure Google and we cannot measure the torrents. Okay, so we don't know. But on that one website where it's hosted, it's gone over 70,000 already downloads. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, it's just going. We are on 1159. The ILS 1105.
Beauty of it is that Lamina have appreciated how much the Zibo contributes to the success of X-Plane 12, and likewise, without X-Plane 12, we wouldn't have the Zibo. So the two of them need each other as well.
Yeah, and work nicely together.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Uncle John, I think I'm set, sir. I can think of descending.
You can relax then.
Yeah.
You should be on around about 30-something miles, top of descent.
28, I think, if I read correctly. $44.
159.
Yeah. Control N. KLGA. Talk to me. 3047. Okay. All good. Oh, this was a very busy flight all of a sudden when we all started talking together, eh?
Uh-huh.
Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
That runway is short, eh? Just remember that.
I'm going to break 3 just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna go max just in case.
Pop-up descent.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
That's just me. Don't worry about it. If you can stop, it's fine. But yeah, I'm a bit worried. I haven't landed there in a long time.
Yeah, it's a bit on the short side, isn't it? 2,000 really, 2,100.
Yeah.
And we got tower on as well.
Serious? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we got tower. And he's confirming runway 4, Nico.
Ah, that's just what I was holding my breath for.
Runway 4.
Okay, tower information, Foxtrot.
Frequency is 118.7.
Excellent. Right, I've started my descent.
Safe only, sir.
Same to you, sir. Having bad FPS loading something here. There it is back. Rodrigo was laughing at us earlier. I don't know if you guys saw the chat there on the stream. I know it's tongue-in-cheek, Rodrigo, don't worry about it. He was saying manual ops. I'm so lucky in the 777 to have the auto feature. He doesn't have to worry about those pesky rules for the anti-ice.
Ah, right, okay.
Some people have all the luck.
So how many flights do you normally do, Nico?
Depends on my time. This year has been very dry. Previous year, 5-6 a day. Right now, look, I'm feeling better now for some reason, but I've been sick for over a week now. So I've done like maybe 3 flights in the whole week, 4 flights in the whole week, something like that, I don't know, I lost track. But in terms of a regular thing, if you look just above our heads here in planned flights, that's my normal roster. So I try and do at least 2 flights over the weekend with the guys here. And like now, I just thought, while I'm feeling better, let's do another flight. So it all depends on time. Family comes first, work comes then, and then if I have the ability and the time, we just do it. In terms of the server here, this Discord server, Uncle John is the gang leader. He puts up a flight, or one of the guys flying with him. There is a nice group of maybe 9-10 guys a day that actually fly group flights every single day here on the server. So if you guys want to join, you just rock up. Okay, Dave, you win. Yeah, Airline Simmer, there's been 2 or 3 updates, both from Laminar and Zibo side. I haven't used it in wet weather, really, semi-wet weather, not very, very puddly weather. So I'll have to go and check it a bit. I haven't used it lately in one of those. My last big storm was there taking off from Princess Juliana when I left the runway, because there we clearly saw it was messed up. Beaver, Discord here is literally like our home. We've got this Facebook presence, we've got the official support forum presence on the net, but in essence, there is no other platform that can give you what Discord gives you. So we do training here, we share our screens, we sit and chat here. It's like our clubhouse, Ordinary users can't see the development rooms. That's hidden because when Zibo comes here and he wants to work, you know, he doesn't need to be interrupted, you know, so those rooms are all hidden. You can't see them. But this is also the development server, basically, where we all get together and sit and chat and do our things and share the files and, you know, do what we need to do.
Very much a family affair.
Yeah.
Sending Nico.
Excellent. I'm at 22,000 already. What on earth is SLVR? What are you talking about, Dave? Oh, sorry, I misread. SLVR last night and I had to go slow. Okay, corners, okay. No idea. That sounds like South America somewhere. Gonna use a bit of range rings again today, let's see. Santa Cruz.
Approaching transition.
Bolivia. Thought so. Mohammed, I have got friends working for iFly, and I tell you what, I've never bought one. I've always threatened to buy one. And from what I know from both behind the scenes and in history, iFly is a flippin' awesome company. I think they're very underrated because everybody is just so used to PMDG. But iFly were pioneers in home cockpits, setups and stuff with the 738, you know. They've got a long history. They're really good guys. They're really awesome product makers, and their products are good, okay? And as soon as I get a little bit of money that I've got spare, I'm definitely going to buy that one. Promise you that. I like it. I really like it. They do good work, these guys. And like I said, I've known them for a long time. Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm sitting here daydreaming now, thinking about this Max. Sorry. Absolutely, yeah. So, absolutely. Radio is above the ground, and barrow is your height above sea level. So that's the big difference. We usually use a radio when we do a auto land. That's the best way to do it, because you need to know how far you are off the ground so the aircraft can flare and do those things at the right time. When we use barrow, when it's normal visual or Cat 1 ILS. Some Cat 2s you can use radio as well. Mostly we still use barrow, but when you do Cat 3s, it's all radio.
Flight level 100, landing lights switches on.
Right.
Yeah, there. You just asked it the right time. Yuck. I can't believe I forgot the flippin' AutoOrtho. When I've parked up, I'm gonna go load AutoOrtho, and then we'll talk some nonsense while it reboots. Then we're gonna come back and have a look what it looks like with the Ortho. So if you want to hang around for that, you're welcome. Yeah, no problem, Dave. Imagine that. Beaver, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you watching my stream?
I am, sir.
Have you ever seen those range rings I've put into the ND there?
I have not.
Okay. Thanks, Rodrigo. Arrived from JFK. 4 left, both Elgin. Shooting the approaches to the runner. Okay, alright. The reason I put those fixes, if you watch my training video, where I've got the PMDG and the Zibo both in the same video, if you watch it, I explain how to do it there. But the reason I do it and the reason we teach people to do it is to help the guys with the flaps, to put the flaps out at the right time, to be configured for the landing before they, go down too low and things get too much and then they exhaust themselves, to go and land. In the Zibo, just another thing, because it's built to reflect the real aircraft, always remember to set your ILS course both sides. Make sure that you have it. Otherwise, the aircraft's going to turn away from the ILS when you click the approach button. Okay. This aircraft literally has 2 independent autopilots. It's actually modeled, the Command A and Command B. And that's why you have to make sure what you do on the one, you do on the other. And it's the same for the frequencies on the ILS. Always have them both set.
Yeah, but it's only for auto land.
I beg your pardon?
If you shoot in auto land, so then
Yeah, but we do it as a rule because if anything goes wrong, you've got the backup anyway. So it's not going to use both of them. You're right, but it's got to be there for safety. Stand by. Dave, we're at .40 now. Get .40. Don't use .39. Unless you have a specific reason you want to do 39, but anyway. Anyway, welcome beyond the tent.
Yeah, thank you.
Just realized it's another new guy. I don't think I've spoken to you before.
Yeah, I was here a couple of times.
Okay, cool. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, Andrew. Now, I don't know what happened. It's a miracle, thank you to the good Lord above, because this morning I still felt really bad, and then I went to lie down a bit, and at some point in time I started speaking with Zibo and some of the other users and suppliers and stuff, and then Mac and John came. No, something just changed. I don't know if I just had a good plate of food in the middle as well, if that had anything to do with it, but I am feeling better, really much better. No, you can go for .40. I'm flying .40. In the beginning of the stream, I had an issue. Something happened that I didn't pay attention to, and I didn't realize what happened, so I had to do a bit of troubleshooting. But I think, in all honesty, I think it was something that I said. The voice recognition software then tripped something, did something, okay? So I don't deem that as a mistake on the .40 part. Some other guys have already flown .40. They're very happy with it, so I don't see a reason why you can't update to .40. The only big change Zibo really did in .40 is just to fix the ground services. So that we don't get the problem that the trucks don't drive away, I'm telling you, Dave, it's good for my health. Even Zibo said to me the other night, because I was saying to him, I was really feeling bad. I didn't want to really do a stream, but obviously I do, And So I spoke to him, and he said to me, his answer was, just, fly the Zibo, you'll feel better. And I appreciate it. And it's really so. I feel better every time I fly this aircraft. Now I'm going to have to go and load that also, and then come back and check what it looks like.
Ready for landing checklist.
Oh, tower. I forgot about the tower. I forgot I'm online. Tower, good afternoon, Skymatix001. We're on the ILS. I do apologize. I did for a second forget about you.
Runway 4, clear to land.
Thank you, appreciate it. Runway 4, clear to land, Skymatix001. Uncle John, remember the tower is on.
Take your seats, prepare for landing.
Yes, I've already spoken to him. He's acknowledged me.
Okay. Okay, and I forgot to press my approach button. I must concentrate. I hope it's not too late. I hope it's not too late.
Sterile.
Yeah. It's too late. Let's go and do something about it. I actually can't see the runway. Oh, there it is. Blooming heck. No, I can honestly tell you, I just didn't concentrate. I mean, I was still sitting here thinking about the discussion, and I was really talking about I was feeling better. Not concentrating is a byproduct of stupidity, but anyway.
You're going to make it, or is it a go round?
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm not that bad, Uncle John. I just had to find my feet quickly.
500. Cleared to land runway 04. 500.
Right. Let it go now. Come on.
Approaching precision height.
This localizer isn't really aligned, that's all.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reverse unlocked.
Right, on the deck, Uncle John, reversers.
Excellent.
Auto brake in use.
Vacate when able, then stay with me.
Great landing.
Thank you, sir. We'll vacate just now. That is the ATC guy. That's his family.
Oh, okay.
This stiller is so sensitive. I want to cry. I promise you. I hate it.
Does the tower not have a quiet area now?
Maybe not.
Yeah, the tiller is really sensitive on the Zibo. I found that out.
Yeah, but now with my Bravo braking even further, it's now even more sensitive. And I don't have the same travel anymore. I'm going to see if I can't fix it, but anyway, let me talk to the guy. Runway vacated, Skymatix001.
Skymatix001, do you have a parking place?
No, sir, the first available one is perfect with me, sir. Skymatix001.
Skymatix001, taxi to the terminal via Romeo, cross runway 31 at Romeo, continue Romeo to Golf. Then make a right on to Alpha, lane 3. Gate,
I
you're
thought
correct.
the tower needs a better microphone.
Lane 3. Gate. Right, we'll continue on Romeo. Cross 3-1 on Romeo, then go to Golf. Alpha, lane 3 and gate of my choice. Thank you, sir. Skymatix001. Yeah, let's see. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Alrighty, I am gonna head off now since my dinner is ready. So,
Okay, enjoy.
Yeah, if you're still here when I'm back, then I'll come back. If not, have a
Cool.
wonderful evening and thank you for the help.
No worries, enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Dave, thank you. And Vaughan, yeah, I'm feeling slightly better. Thank you so much.
Flaps up and set.
Approaching 1-3.
Yeah, I might have to use it. So I'm trying to use my chart still, but we'll see when we get there. So this is the runway. We're crossing the runway. Then he said we must go to Golf and then Alpha. So let's just quickly see. This is still Romeo. There's Golf. The next one is Golf. I think if I read it right. This is Golf. I think that's Alpha. Yeah, this seems to be Alpha, I hope. Golf Alpha. And he says lane 3. I don't see a lane 3. I have no idea what lane 3 means. I mean, I know what it means, but I can't see it. I don't know if that mod will still work in this version, hey, Dave? Oh, there's a 3. There's lane 3. I see it. I see it. I see it. Yes, this one. This is lane 3. Wow. Looks like we made some milkshake here. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Why are these lines looking so weird? Okay, I'm gonna go do a wide turn here. And it looks better. Yeah, Rodrigo, you're welcome, man. And thanks for being here and sharing all your stories with us as well, you know. It was the most shaky taxi I've done in years, but anyway, we did it.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
Okay, yeah, now I understand, Dave. That's fine. Enjoy. Yeah.
0473 runway 04.
There we go.
Well, there isn't much needs sorting out in Zibo that we detected this flight.
No, absolutely not. No, this is magic. I'll have to update the TO site tomorrow again. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy 40. Thank you, Zibo, for giving us 40. It was a pleasure flying this thing now today. Come on, Uncle John. Go, John. Go, John. If you can't do it, no one can. No, you don't have to wait for me, man. All I'm saying is I'll do the 40 on the TO site tomorrow. There's a silly limit. I can only update once a day or something, so I have to wait until tomorrow to update it again, but I'll drop 40 there. I just did 39 today, so that's why I'm being held back a little bit. Welcome, Uncle John. Well done. Praat met oom John. Oh, this ATC is talking very nicely with Uncle John in text. I am really impressed. Thank you, Mr. ATC guy.
Thank you for your service. You have a good day, sir. Changing to ground. Skymatix 047.
Yeah, it looked nice.
Apologies. Stay on this frequency. Skymatix 047 ready for taxi instructions.
This water isn't bad, yeah. Oh.
Skymatix 047 taxi to terminal via Romeo. Cross runway 31 at Romeo. Continue to Golf. Right to Alpha. Lane 3, gate of my choice. Skymatix 047, thank you, sir.
But once Uncle John has stopped, I'll keep the stream going for those of you that still want to see it. I really want to get the AutoOrtho going, and then I'll just restart explain, so we can just have a look, see what New York looks like with it.
I'm done, Nico. I'm on blocks. How nice would A2C? They were lovely. Has Nico popped off, Mike?
No.
Yeah, he's rebooting his X-plane.
That's all. Yeah. I'm here.
I'm just saying that, Mac, Nico, how nice was A2C today?
Absolutely. Wonderful. I sent him verbal and text. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, I thanked the other guy. I didn't send him a text, but I did verbally thank him.
Excellent. Thank you. I gave them a verbal, both of them thank yous.
Good.
Did you book it?
I booked it.
And thanks for the company.
Same to you. Yeah, this worked out very lovely.
We don't get very often just the pair of us, do we? But we
No.
do it. Get in there sometimes.
Absolutely. And Tower has gone offline, it seems. So he literally just waited for us. That's even more special.
How nice was that?
Yeah.
I don't ever recall ever landing there of all the places. I've done Newark. I've done JFK. I don't think I've ever been there.
Okay, I am back.
That was quick.
I was hungry.
Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
Our neighbors are having a party next door. You must hear how nice and jolly it sounds here.
And they haven't invited you?
Yeah, shame on them. I think they must be new.
Which side?
Tomorrow I'm going to take the braai vleis and I'm going to make it right there next to their wall. And we'll let all the smoke go that side, and then we tell them we didn't invite you either.
Oh, so it's not George then?
No, it's new people, it sounds like.
They're gonna love that.
Something's happening. Yeah, it looks different now, eh? Wow. One hell of a difference.
We can't see the code because you're not streaming.
Oh, the YouTubers can see. Hold on. There you go.
Thank you.
What a difference.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Mega difference.
So I assume you didn't have that because
Exactly. Yeah, no. I forgot to start the thing before I started to explain.
Gotcha.
There's JFK. You can't really see the quality of it, you know, but it's there. Let's go a little bit towards the city.
So where's Newark from there?
Somewhere there. I'm not sure if it's more to the left, but it's there. It's on that side somewhere there.
I think this is the first time I've been into LaGuardia.
You said, yeah. Very possible. There's Central Park. Vastly different to what we saw earlier, right? Wow.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't like flying without AutoOrtho now anymore, man. Let's just remember.
It's the first thing I turn on. I always go straight into AutoOrtho. Then I do.
Yeah. Uncle John, remember when you came online, me and Mac were talking? I think my sim was already running at that time because of the other talks I had, okay? And I didn't plan on just staying in it and flying. I should have closed it down, then go through my routine. Then I would have, started it properly. But I was already, half not there. So
Yeah, I've still got quite a little bit to learn here on the FMC.
Oh yeah.
I
You
was
will.
on that VNAV and the plane started climbing at 6,000 feet per minute. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. No, it takes time, but you'll get there.
I'll get there eventually, yeah.
I have to keep an eye on him occasionally.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that, Uncle John.
I think he said he'll keep an eye on you. He'll help you, don't worry.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, anyway, okay. Well, this is really awesome. I'm going to go fly over there to JFK a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Show you guys.
So do you only fly in the US?
No.
Nico? No? You fly all over the world? Oh, nice.
All over the world. Look, I'm based in South Africa, right? But South Africa has got
I couldn't have told that.
Yeah. It's about, we've got like 5 or 6 proper routes here. We've got maybe 5 or 6 proper airports here. It's too small. So we tend to fly a lot in Europe mostly, and then we do Australia and we do the US. The one country that I feel bad about, which I'm going to rectify very soon, is South America. I need to fly more in that area,
We just spent a week down there on the East Coast.
Yeah, I saw you guys did that. But I mean, I've been threatening and I've done the one demo flight in it now. I want to go do the high altitude challenge tour to show the guys how density altitude affects the Zibomod and how well X-Plane models it and how well the Zibo then uses it, you know.
Well, when you're well and you feel inclined, we'll organise something.
Yeah, we're going to have to do it on a Saturday evening. Okay, this time that I'm doing this flight, because that's when they've got their daytime, and the whole idea is to get a baking hot day so that your density altitude goes through the roof, you know. Look at the detail in this airport. This is really good. This is Payware add-on. I can't remember who made it, Nimbus or somebody, I don't know, but this is...
That does look really good. Is that KGFK?
Yes, yeah.
Ah, nice.
We need to chase up South Africa and Canada again as well. Okay.
Yes, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Yeah, no, you can see the guys put a little bit of effort into this airport.
Does that one have the working jetway, or is that... Because I
Nice.
bought a airport the other day, Stansted, and the jetways... Oh, because I'm flying XPlane 12, the jetways obviously now work by default.
Yes.
But, the Payware didn't support that, so they don't.
This one, it actually just jumped. You should have noticed just quickly they did jump. This is all probably SAM jetway, so you need to install SAM as a base in your simulator. Just the same, the SAM. Yeah. What do they call it? The SAM base. And then most Payware guys use SAM. Nowadays there's Open SAM. So there's different ways of getting the actual jetways to work. But in X-Plane default, most jetways will work just by default. You know?
Yes. Do you have a link for SAM? Like,
I'll have to go find it. I'll have to find it. Give me a sec. No, yeah, it's also in Orbx, but I think it's two different versions, Uncle John, because the Orbx one is mainly for their stuff. Whether they've now amalgamated, I don't know. SAM XPlane 12. SAM 3. Aerosoft Forum. Cookies. No. Copy. I've sent you a private message. No, I can't. You're blocking me. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I had a lot of spam, so I know.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it down below. Just scroll down. You'll see the freeware plugins. Okay, there. In Discord, you scroll down to where freeware plugins.
Oh, I found it, yeah.
All right, anyway, I see you've sent me a friend request. There you go. All right, so anyway, gentlemen, ladies, if there are any, that's about it. I don't know if you want to see something else, but I mean, this is just something I thought I would show you. Gents. And that's it for me. I'm glad I got my AutoOrtho going again, and one hell of a difference.
Well, I hope you're as chirpy as this in the morning and you fly.
Me too. I'm looking forward to landing at Vega again. Okay, so guys, the next flight that I've planned with Uncle John here, as you can hear, is to fly from Bergen to Vega. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge again. It's always fun flying in there, into that little island. So thank you, Rodrigo and Krister, everybody else watching, everybody here on stream.